Welcome once again to another episode of Utility Room Legends, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that moves and controls water, as well as the people who keep those systems going. If this is your first time listening, you can always go back and check out previous episodes and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. You can also go to our website at utilityroomlegends.com for all the latest updates, links, and guest submissions. Today's guest is someone who has been a steady force at RepMasters for a long time, even if he's happy staying out of the spotlight. Adam Newman has been an inside salesman at RepMasters for over 20 years. And in that time, he's become one of the most reliable, knowledgeable, and respected people in the building. If you've ever called with a part number question, a pricing issue, or an everything's on fire emergency, chances are Newman was on the other end of the line calmly working things out. Adam is the definition of consistency. He may start out quiet, but once he gets comfortable, you'll quickly realize how much experience, perspective, and humor he brings to the table. He spent years under the fluorescent lights, mastering the details, supporting the customers, and keeping everything moving, without ever asking for recognition. In this episode, we talk about how Adam found his way into the industry and grew from driving trucks and working in the yard to becoming a cornerstone of inside sales. We talk about the evolution of RepMasters and the industry through his eyes, from warehouse to fax machines to today's pace and technology. Why consistency, patience, and understanding people matter just as much as product knowledge. And how real legends aren't always the loudest voices. They're the ones who show up every day and do the job the right way. You'll hear some laughs, a few great stories, and a side of Newman that most people have only seen after years of phone calls and trust built over time. Adam Newman may not chase the spotlight, but his impact is exactly what Utility Room Legends is all about. Let's get into it.
All right.
But, yeah, man, I'm really excited to get you on here. Been excited because now everyone gets to meet Newman. Normally resides under the shadows of fluorescent lights, right?
True.
With his only weapon being his quotes.
Indeed.
Knowledge on part numbers, multipliers. But now we drag him out of the office and put him in the Legends chair. Mr. Newman. How you doing?
I'm good. It's nice to be here. It was a little nerve-wracking getting the invite. I tried to avoid it for about as long as I could.
Yeah, I figured you would. That's kind of your style.
Yeah, I just try to keep my head down and plow away.
Yeah. See, I've always tried to get you out of your box because you just like to sit back there. You're steady Eddie, right?
Yeah.
So many people that call in, it's like, doesn't matter if you're having a bad day. They can't tell if you're having a bad day or the best day in the world. Newman's just the consummate example of being consistent.
Yeah, it was like, wasn't it Jim Brown? Like, when you scored a touchdown, he's like, just act like you've done it before.
Yeah, man.
It's like you always get up at the same pace and you always celebrate the same.
Is that your style?
That's what I'm going to say it is, yes.
No, man. Well, how long? So you've been now, I was actually trying to think. I know Ron who's the oldest tenured employee is going to be?
Lena, I guess, officially.
Yeah.
And then I think Ron has me beat by probably less than a year because I'm pushing 22
Yeah, I was
if
gonna
I'm
say
not there yet.
Yeah. Decades under the fluorescent lights. Well, you started out in the warehouse, right?
Part-time driver. So I wasn't even in the warehouse. I was just coming in to drive the truck Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Gosh, you would have been, what, 20, 19?
20. I remember I was 20 because my interview was Larry asking me if I was a punk 20 or a mature 20. And that was pretty much all it was.
Yeah, I can see him doing that. Well, son, are you a punk 20?
Yeah, I was like, well, I don't think I'm a punk, but I could probably be more mature. He's like, all right, well, that's good enough for me. Can you start on Tuesday? I'm like, yeah, I'll be here.
I've always thought you were one of the most mature people I ever met.
Tell that to my wife.
Well, so yeah, you started out driving, and then how long? Then you moved to the warehouse?
Yeah, I was part-time driving. I mean, that was maybe a month or two at the most, and then they needed help in the warehouse.
Yep.
And so then I was pulling the orders, and I was pulling the orders I was delivering. And then, so then at that time I was full time, and then it was just me and my buddy and this older guy.
Yeah.
And we were even the ones, I mean, we were picking that guy up.
Was this Dexter Street or was this even before that?
No, this was Dexter Street.
Okay.
But we were giving him a ride into work, and then we were taking turns dropping him off. So finally me and him were like, I don't really know if we need him around anymore.
This older guy?
Yeah. I mean, he taught us some stuff, but I mean, we were literally bringing him to work and bringing him home.
Yeah.
And then he was like telling us what to do.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, we can probably figure that part out.
Yeah. Well, you got it down.
And then, yeah, so then I was in charge like of the warehouse, and then we hired some more people, and then my buddy moved up front. And then they put me in charge of the yard.
Who was that?
That was Adam Whitmire, my buddy
Okay.
Opie. Adam, that's where Newman came from. There
Because
was
you had two. Yeah.
two Adams,
That
yeah.
makes sense. I was one of that one.
Because we knew each other since elementary school.
Okay.
And we always hung together. So I was always Newman and he was Opie. Because
Okay.
it was just always multiple Adams around. And that kind of stuck forever, really.
When did everyone start just calling you that over the phone?
I was in the office for maybe a week, and I tried to be like, this is Adam. And like, hey, I just talked to him. I was like, no, that was the other
Newman.
one. Yeah, so it was like, all right, Newman it is.
That's how everyone knows you.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I say that a lot, though. I mean, on email signatures, you'll see like a name, common name, and then someone will just, have a nickname or.
Yeah, underneath it or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then running the yard. I mean, we used to have pipe for days out in the Commerce City spot.
Yeah.
And that was coming in from Canada when I first started.
Okay.
Royal pipe, they
Yeah.
were called. And the fittings were plastic trends. I mean, that was 90% of what we had in the warehouse, and the yard was chock full of Class 200 and Schedule 40 from 30-inch to half-inch, and unloading trucks and reloading trucks all
That
day.
stuff's pretty brittle, too. I mean, damage is pretty easy, right? I imagine
yeah,
you write off pipe a lot.
In the wintertime especially. Like
Yeah.
if you drop one, it just shatters.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, if you've ever tried to pick up a bundle of half-inch Class 200, you got to get it 10 feet in the air before both of the ends are off the ground to
Yeah.
start moving it around.
Bending.
Then it starts sliding to one side or the other. I mean, it was a dirt yard out there, and when it snowed, I mean, there was some wild times out there trying not to hurt anybody and keep everything together.
Yeah. And then so it was you and Adam or Opie,
Yeah.
and then you moved into inside sales, and then it was just you back there? Or?
No, I mean, I can't even think. I mean, there was a guy named Harold for a while, and his buddy
Pretty much
Vern.
always had two, or at least two.
At least
people.
two,
Yeah.
because I mean, because then we were always doing deliveries, and I did
Yeah.
that for a long time, even when I was working in the yard. It's
Yeah.
like Tuesdays and Thursdays I'd run either to like Boulder and Longmont or Fort Collins, and then Thursday I'd be down south to like the Springs or Pueblo or wherever. And then I'd come back to whatever shit show was left while I was gone.
Yeah. You probably
was
started
fun.
this job probably just looking for a job, right? Not like you were.
That was it. I mean, I think they offered me $9 an hour, and I was super stoked. I was like, I was just working at a Subway, and that was pretty much the only.
You were a sandwich artist, dude.
I was for like 5 years. I started there in high school with the same friend, actually. And
What's he doing now, by the way?
He's a pipe fitter for,
Okay.
I think it's Rapid Fire.
Okay.
I mean, and he left us. I think he went and worked for Reliable for a while. It's like once you're in this business, you're just like stuck in the business.
Yeah, I was going to see if he's still in it, because
Yeah, he's. Been
you guys
all
still hang out, still talk?
Yeah, actually, I mean, I hang out with his brother probably more than him anymore
Okay.
because he had a twin. They didn't really look alike,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm actually going to his house this weekend.
Okay. To his brother's house?
Yeah, well, he's married and has kids, and then our wives get along, so it makes it a lot easier. Opie's still just like a single wild child.
Oh,
so.
man. Yeah. Living the dream.
Yeah, spending all his money on whatever he wants. Be awesome.
What are you talking about, man? You don't get to spend all your money, whatever you want?
I don't even have any money, and I don't know what I want.
I'm pretty simple. I think I'm like, for me, if you gave me, I could live in a studio apartment with a big friggin' TV and a comfy bed and a table to eat some food on, and I'm good, man. I'm solid.
Honestly, add an air fryer, and I think I'd be good too. That's it.
Yeah, those are like the lifesaver now, man. The air fryer and the Instapot, man. With those two things, you don't even need a stove.
You don't. Actually, we had gotten an air fryer for Christmas like 4 years ago, and it was just in a box. We actually tried to find a place to return it because I was like, I'm never going to use this thing.
Yeah.
And then like a year and a half goes by, and we're trying to make like a pizza or something, and our oven won't get past like the preheat thing.
Okay.
I'm like, oh shit. It's like, it's not working. It's like, well, we got to finish this. Like, well, we got that air fryer. We pulled it out, and we've been using it ever since.
Dude, use it for everything, man.
So it was like, you don't really need an oven.
Did you cook a Hot Pocket in it? Way better.
Dude, everything's better in it. Fries, I mean,
Yep.
literally, if it fits in there, it's going to cook it better than an oven will.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And then the veggies, it's like you just get a little bag, throw some oil in there, some seasoning like asparagus,
Yeah.
and then just drop that thing in there, shake it up every now and then.
They're magical.
It's the way to go. So after that, it took how long before, or when did you realize you wanted to move into inside sales, or was it just when you were sick and tired of being out in the warehouse? And
I never even realized it. Brent came out there one day and was just like, hey, you're going to move up front. And I was like, well, and he's like, yeah, you're going to do it. And I was like, okay. He's like, I don't even.
So you're always like that though, and you're always like, I don't know.
I mean, if he wouldn't have forced me, I'd probably still just be working in the yard. And now I look out there when it's snowing, and it's like, oh, thank God. I mean, it's like I couldn't do it anymore. It's like in the heat and in the winter. Like there's probably 1 week in the spring and 1 week in the fall where I'm like, I kind of miss like being on a forklift outside.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just pretty much was like, you're doing it, and you're going to be great at it, and that's it. I was
You are?
Well, I'll give it a shot. I mean, and it was tough at first because, like, you move in to the front, but then you still got to, like, do the stuff in the back. You're, like, half and it for a while till you get enough people. And
Yeah, even when I started, I had to go back there.
yeah, I mean, even when we moved into this building, I had been up in the office for quite some time, but I was, like, I guess the least seasoned in the office. So it was like when they needed help over here, because we were running the warehouse from this building, but the office was still in Commerce City. So if they fell behind here, we'd have to stop what I was doing, get in the truck, drive over here, help them pull orders, head back to the office.
Yeah.
So that was, but I mean, that seems like, how long have we even been in this
I was
building?
asking that the other day. I want to say 2016, I think. Is that something like that?
Years? Yeah,
16,
probably.
17. Like that, for some reason, I don't know why. COVID just put like a,
Yeah.
like it's like COVID became like BC, right?
Pretty
Like,
much, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like PC. That's what we should call it.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I remember,
3PC.
yeah, the COVID was wild. I was in the Dominican when that hit the,
Yeah, you were. I remember that.
I remember asking Brent, I was like, would you go? Because we were going to a wedding. He's like, hell yeah. He's like, get out of here. Everyone's going crazy. I don't know. Then we were there for 3 days, and the president was like, we're shutting down the borders. And we're
Yeah,
like,
you almost didn't get back, right?
well, they made it sound like we weren't going to, and then we left early, and everyone who stayed left on time. That's still one of my biggest regrets. We went there for a wedding.
How many days early did you leave?
2. We left the morning the wedding was supposed to happen.
Heck, man.
And then everyone who stayed left the same time they were supposed to, or maybe the next
And that just
day.
made you hate liberals even more.
It did. I was like, these stinking rules. And then when we got back to town, I'm like, I go to the store. I'm like, what has happened? It's like, I've been out of the States for like 5 days.
Yeah, it was crazy.
There was like nothing on the shelves. It's like,
Feeling
no one's on the
crazy.
roads. It's like, what happened?
Dude, I got a video or a picture. It was like every day I was like trying to set a new record for how quick I could get home.
Yeah.
Because like normally it takes 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Sometimes, if it snows, it can take an hour and a half, 2 hours. But yeah, during COVID, it was like every day. I think my record was like 24 minutes and 30 seconds to get here, from home to here. And I got a picture of I-25. It just looks like I'm the only car on the road.
I mean, it was wild. I remember that too. And then even Watts was like, oh, yeah, you guys are essential personnel. And because we had some employees here, they were like, well, what if we get pulled over on the way? I was like, you think they're going to have like the roads closed and people like checking IDs? Like, I know they say like try not to leave, but I don't think it's going to be that crazy.
Well, I know I know that like people were driving around because Brent he got like letters and phone calls about asking like what we did for business and why we had employees here. So,
Well, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
yeah, I think it was from the county. So,
I mean, yeah, we all masked up.
we
and
all went
saved our
nuts.
lives.
Oh yeah,
Thank
yeah.
goodness.
We're all in it together.
Dude, that was terrible. My kids were in like
Yeah.
kindergarten, like where you can't homeschool or do that freaking via video chat. It was a
Yep.
nightmare. It
Yeah, we had a
sucked.
preschooler. Yeah, imagine doing video chat and then the teachers
Yeah.
email that we got, and we had, we got the four boys. Ty was in high school. Bryce was in elementary school. So was Jace, and Skylar was in preschool. So we had all the kids on. Ty was on his own. He was in his room on his, doing his virtual learning, whatever it was, remote learning. But Cammy had the three boys. Bryce did okay, but it's like still getting a kid to sit in front of a computer all day like that,
Yeah, no.
on the camera. And then, she's trying to basically got three kids in different areas. And then the teachers are getting mad because they're not paying attention. She's like, I'm not a freaking teacher.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Elizabeth was. Thankfully, she had just started at a school.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like paying her to stay home and try to video other kids for like 1 hour a day is all they wanted. And then she'd hop on with our two kids. And,
Yeah.
But every day, I mean, I'd get home and it was like, I got to come to work. Because, I mean, we never even missed a day. We were coming in here. I never
Every
stayed
day.
home. I never did nothing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was business as usual. And we were like almost more busy than we'd
we
ever been.
extended hours too.
Yeah. I mean, people were calling like, can we come in? I was like, yes, please. Like, come in. It's
Yeah.
all the same. But
Yeah, and then we got slammed. It was like never stopped.
it was, that was wild. The COVID.
That and anytime there was a hurricane, right? That was your favorite back when we were doing
the
pipe.
the PVC, the resin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you always knew when the hurricane hit because it was like the fax
yeah.
machine just goes off with hundreds of POs.
Emails like people you haven't even talked to in like 6 months. They're sending you stock orders. Like, what do you mean you're not going to accept this? Like, where have you been?
They know.
They're like, well, I'd sent you 8 truckloads. They better be on the road tomorrow. Like, okay. Yeah, that happened more than once. Those were some wild times.
So what's I guess we can go back to how you got. Wait, how long you been now doing inside sales? I mean, it's before. It's the third. I mean, when I started, that was 13 years ago, and you were in there, so it had to have been
Before that.
a couple years for that.
Yeah, like 15 or 16. I mean, I feel like I was in the yard working a long time.
What do you hate the most about it?
The inside or the outside?
Yeah.
The inside sales? I mean, I don't really hate anything about
Oh,
it.
come on. I mean, there's
Some of the people, I guess. Not the people, but like their attitudes. Like, everything is, not everything, but like when someone calls and they're like, can this get out today? It's an emergency. I must have it. And you drop what you're doing to make sure you service a customer. And then in 2 weeks, they call you for the tracking number, trying to figure out where that item is because they finally need to use it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that was such an emergency.
Yeah.
I'm glad I really got that out for you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, there's not really anything to hate about it. I mean, it's just
Frustrations, right?
sometimes, I mean,
Like anything. I mean, I love my job overall. There's things, it's just like I'm sure anyone, whether it's an actor or a professional football player, someone you think has it made, there's always stuff they don't necessarily like about what they do.
oh, I mean, when I was still in the yard and my buddy came up and started working in the office, I'd get so freaking pissed off when a customer would come in and he hadn't printed up their order yet. And I'd go up there, like, tell him they were here. And I'd see it, like, sitting on his desk and he's on the phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd just, like, slam it on there. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? And then now I'm like, oh, he was probably, like, trying to make the next order or do whatever. It's like,
Where you got tied up. Yeah.
yeah, you just, like, then, since then, even before then, it's like, unless you've had someone's job, you can't really judge what they're doing or how they're doing it. Because you have no idea.
Yeah, it's like I try and tell Ty, it's always hindsight, or like, if you don't know, you think, oh, this is how I would do it, or.
Yeah, like walk a mile in their shoes, and then you find out.
That's always a lesson in life in general. You always, I've always tried to put myself in somebody's shoes. I like, a lot of people hate dealing with, heat or problems, customers that are upset. And I think you do a great job of just being consistent, not, you don't want to match their level of frustration, but you want to understand where they're coming from. But then, hey, look, at the end of the day, right, this isn't going to help you get it solved, right? I'm here to help you right now. Let's figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of times, if it's a plumber or someone who calls you pissed off, like they just want to share their frustration with someone.
Yeah.
Like there's been multiple times where I just ask them what's going on, and they just start going off. And before they hang up, like they've solved their own problem, and they're thanking me for all the help. And I've barely said a word. I'm like, well, you're very welcome. Call again next time. Like I don't even know what it was, but
You're like Madame Cleo. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
I'll be here next week.
yeah. So it's I mean it's customer service all day, every day. I mean it's no one's calling us because something's going well usually.
Right. Yeah, they're calling. Well, they need a price. They need something.
They need something. Or
Yeah.
something went bad, Like I think that's why there are reps. If everything went well, everything delivered on time, everything showed up on time, everything worked the way it was supposed to, I wouldn't even have a job, probably.
Right. Yeah. Well, I used to always. It's funny because I told Brent even before I'd started, I never understood exactly what he did. I'm like, so wait, so you're like a middleman? No, we're not the middleman.
Yeah.
Like they pay the same price. Well, then why are you there? I never got it. And then it didn't take long before I understood because, we have great manufacturers, but, they're one entity. They're one, company like EBA or Watts. How many
Yeah.
guys can you have on the inside? You'd have to have a freaking call center
Oh, it'd be
to field every call. And then it would be nothing. And then you have nothing local, no support. But I always said, man, now I understand because for the most part, if these guys called the factory direct, I mean, they'd never do business with them again.
No.
And most of the time, it's not the manufacturer's fault. There's no way they have the capacity to support that.
And you get the customers who try to call the factory direct
You're
before
like,
they
why
call
would
us.
you do that? We told you
like,
not to do that.
I wasn't getting anywhere with them for 2 days. You're like, well, yeah, I could have told you that 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here. But
Yeah.
live and learn. But
That's all it is, man. It's just putting yourself in somebody's shoes. And like you said, I can't say how many times. I mean, I had times where guys would call and they're just going off, and I just don't say a word. And then I just say, hey, I understand. And then wait, and they keep going. Are you there? Yeah, I'm here. And then they kind of calm down. And then I'm like, did you get it all out? Is everything out? They're like, if not, you're fine, man. I've been married for, I've been married for 18 years now, 25 years. It's fine. I'm used to it. I can get yelled at. It's all good. I was in the Marine Corps. I've been married for 25 years, man. You can yell at me all you want.
yeah, that's been your life. Jeez. 25 years, huh?
25 years in May. So 24 years now, but going on 25 years married.
We'll hit 14 this April.
Hey.
Coming up. Ain't too bad.
That's a milestone, man, especially nowadays.
Well, yeah.
Nowadays it's, number one, most people don't want to get married.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And then, which is crazy or not, or it's just part of life and you learn, everything teaches you something. It's like it's like my brother. He never wants to have kids. He's a great uncle. Never wants to have kids. And I talk to him, why don't you want to have kids, man? You'd be such a great dad. Well, I'm too selfish. Well, that's exactly why you have kids because, man, if there's something that teaches you not to be selfish, it's having kids.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's one of many things. I can't think back on how lazy I must have been before I had kids. Like what I would have ever done with all the free time I had. Because I'll come home from work and I will not sit down until I've helped with dinner and everything's cleaned up, and then kids got to do homework stuff.
Look at you.
And then it's
helping with dinner and dishes.
I do. Well,
good.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's
it's
right,
a saying, but it is true. At least in my house, it is.
It's true in every home, man.
But equal share. It's everywhere, though.
Yeah. And your wife works.
Yes, she's got a full-time job. Well, pretty full-time. She works at school, though.
Just the same
she's
thing
with
Camby
kids
does.
all day.
She's a para, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know how my wife does her job.
I come here to get away from kids sometimes. It's that's the best part of it. I'm like, all right. In the summer, I used to kind of complain. I'm like, well, you're off for 3 months in a row. And then
yeah, but are you really off in the summer with the kids?
And then I'll be home for 2 days. She went on a girls' weekend or something. I was just there for 2 days by myself, and I was like, I can kind of understand where she's coming from.
Get me out of here!
Yeah, after the first 2 weeks, she's like, "Well, I've had enough of this." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it."
Yeah.
So now I try to force her to
leave.
Now
you put yourself in somebody's shoes.
Exactly. Right. It's so cushy. He's like, I wish I could take 3 months off. And I'm like, no,
Marriage,
no.
the ultimate inside sales training, everyone.
Yes. That is the truth.
Yeah, well, and you got your hands full. So, you got two kids.
Yes, 2 girls, and they do keep me very busy, indeed. Which is weird too. Like looking at them, it's like I've been here so long. They're like as old as like Diamond and Sky were when
Right.
I started, which is insane.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, they had to have been
How old are they now? They're
9, and Riley just turned 12.
yeah.
So they were probably a little younger actually than they are now when I first started here.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Now they have kids. They're married.
Yep.
I've seen. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Brent's family grow up. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, my son turned 19 today.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was like, this is the first year it's like, I don't, what do you want to do? I don't really want to do anything. Don't do anything night. What do you want? What do you want for your birthday? I don't know.
Cash.
And then he's like, time just starts moving really fast. I'm like, it just gets faster.
Honestly, I mean, when I say I've been here 22 years and like, it's just a blur.
Yeah.
It's like Commerce City, like that spot was more than half of it, and it feels like that was like a year or 2 ago, maybe.
I know.
I'm
It still feels like the office is new. And
like I used to have to, like when I started, like I literally, like we have a place that like people who come clean this office since we moved in here.
Yeah.
Like when I was at Commerce City, like even when I moved up to sales, like,
vacuum.
Oh, vacuum, mop, clean
Yeah.
the vet. Like Larry'd be like, "Oh, the ditch is dirty out in front of the yard. Like you gonna go out there and clean that up?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." I mean, it was the jack of all trades.
You guys, it's really, that I think is the coolest thing sometimes is to stop and look back on how much things have changed, how much the company's grown. I mean, when I started, there were 6 of us.
Was that it?
Well,
I
I look at sales, right? I mean, I look at salesmen and then there was you and Lena, and then we had Dave
Yeah.
in the warehouse, and I helped out when I first started, and then we got somebody else, but for a while it was just Dave, and then it was me, Matt, Greg, Mike, Diamond, and Ron.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I was there. I remember, I think I was actually going in to tell Brent he overpaid me, believe it or not, when I first met Mike and found out we were like going to get Febco. Because I think one of the only lines we still have from when I first started is Ames.
Yeah.
We used to keep all those crates outside in
Is
the
that
yard.
is that really the only line that's left
I'm trying to think.
from then, because EBA wasn't. EBA
We didn't
was
have
in,
EBA
No,
then.
they were in 2009, I think, or 10.
We had Plastic Trends. We used to have George Fisher fittings, but I helped like clean those out of our warehouse. It was one of like my first jobs when I first started in there because we got rid of them. We used to have this dielectric Union line,
Yeah, NDS.
Excalibur, like nipples.
It's such a weird business. All the
mean-
words, like the phrases too. I thought it was hilarious when I first started. I'm like, where they come up? Nipples, isolation cocks. You're like,
Yeah.
come on, guys. Like we
Like
can.
you could have named it something else. Like threaded device.
Threaded fitting,
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you say it that way.
threaded connection.
But yeah, we've probably gone through more lines.
Well, it's just
Then
over time, and a lot of that's just because of how things change. They get
well,
bought.
They merge, they get bought. I mean, the list goes on and on
Yeah.
on what happens with all that. They just go out of business. I mean, we've had a few. I mean, were you there when we had the bust roods?
No, that was just before me.
I mean, that was like shower doors. We still have Harris from when they came over, but that was
I remember when I first started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and
that was a while.
trying to learn everything. And I thought, we got these home tech, tankless water heaters, so I'll just go sell them. I sell them on like Craigslist. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of what was in the warehouse.
I mean, why not? It's just sitting there. American Home Tech. That's what it was.
That was what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been so many. I mean, I've learned so much about lines that we just don't even have anymore. It's like, well, there goes that 10 years of knowledge, but it'll probably come back with something else.
But it all transfers over, and when you have that knowledge, But that's the thing that's crazy in this industry. And for you being in inside sales, it's like talking with Ron. His background is primarily irrigation, so everything else for him was new. Well, when you're in inside sales, especially here at RepMasters, you're inside sales for irrigation, waterworks, plumbing, HVAC, fire line. So, you guys got a tough job. There's no way to know all that stuff, but you do a pretty damn good job, dude, picking stuff up and running with it.
Thank you. I mean, I've been in meetings like when we pick up a line for the first time with like people that I'm working with, and then we get the first call on it, and then they come into my office and they're like, "Hey, can you help this guy? Like someone's calling about this." I'm like, "Look, we were in the same meeting, right?" It's like, "You know just as much as I do." It's like, "Well, I'll give it a shot," and sometimes you have to email the factory and figure out what's going on, and but that's the only way you're going to learn about it.
Let's dive it into it, man. It's repetition.
Yeah, you can't. And that's what bothers me the most is, I mean, we do have a few lines now where I don't know everything about it, or, fake it till you make it. And it's like, I hate when a customer can call me and knows more about what I'm like trying to sell them than I do. Like with boilers, for instance, I'm learning them, but boilers are tough. Yeah, some of these guys have been doing it for like 30 years, and that's like been the only thing they do.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you don't know what this part is? I'm like, I didn't even know boilers. I thought that was like old school East Coast stuff. I didn't even know those were still
Inside
around.
sales is like that's what's funny for customers a lot of times. It's like, it's kind of like the same challenge that like an engineer has, right? Everyone expects an engineer to know everything about everything. And there's no possible way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. I mean, even in one industry, even in plumbing, to know everything, no way. Waterworks, I mean, you look at a guy like, I mentioned him several times, John Roberts, who over 30 years doing it, and he's like, I've never seen that before. That's something new. You can't be afraid to be honest about what you do and don't know. I mean, when I started, I had we had two screens, and on one screen I had Google was just sitting up. I mean, that was like the original AI, was just to help figure out what someone would. I'm looking for this, and I type in exactly what they're looking for, because half the time, like, some of it's so funny when you get those requests or someone forwards them to you. Does anyone know what this is? And like the names of them, and everyone's like, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah,
right.
That was
like a witch hat.
Oh yeah, and like on like PhD, like when we took over that line, I mean that's been a lot. And then everyone uses a term, at least in the beginning, teardrop hanger.
Yeah.
And if you flip through the PhD catalog, there's not a teardrop hanger is not used once to describe anything they sell. But then you
look at it
and you're like, well, there's 100 of them in here. It's like, what the hell?
It's just the shape of it, man.
So terminology. I mean, that was always a thing, like with fittings, like spigot by hub and glue by, glue by push on, and like people just didn't know. Yeah, solve and weld. It's like it all means the same thing.
Yep.
So you got to get used to the terminology of it, and everyone has a different way of saying it. I mean, PhD for sure. I mean, everyone,
especially in different areas of the country. Someone may call it, so someone's from like the East Coast, they may call it something different.
Like they'll call it a soda, or they'll call it a pop, or they'll call it a Coke. No matter what it is, can I get a Coke? That's just what they want, but it's not an actual Coke. They want a soda of a certain flavor.
Yeah, however, most of the time it's however they were taught.
Yeah,
is what they're going to call it. But yeah, no, I mean that's like no hub coupling. Like what, like what's a no hub coupling? It's a front, it's a non-shielded coupling.
I mean, it took me a while to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Because when someone would say it, I'm like, no hub. I'm like, how does that work?
Ron and I were talking about DR ratings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when he first started, he was like, that was, he didn't really know what dimension ratio was.
Yeah.
So that was one of the first things I actually learned, because the first day, it's like I think I was Ron and I. It might have been Ron, or maybe it was Traver, but we were talking about, and when you first start nowadays, everyone who's new, there's like this expectation level of let's get this training and training schedule, and that's challenging. That's hard. When I started, there was no formal training. Like the training was from either if the rep came in town, or you had to do it on your own because everyone was busy. So I picked up the Napco pipe book, the big old binder we had.
And every phrase in there I didn't know, I just Googled it. And then I think first day I learned about standard, as dimension ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, so many, and there's a lot of people still that don't even know that.
No, I mean, I know that what DR means, and I know DR 18, DR 14, DR 25, thinner, pressure ratings. But a lot of it's like, I've learned it at some point, but it's gotten pushed out. It's like, I know I got it written down somewhere, and I can figure it out if I need to, but a lot of it, like memorized, not so much.
I mean, I had somebody that had been doing this for, that I would call and ask for information on, and they called and said, and this is just anyone in general. I'm sure there's a lot of examples of this. So they wanted to know, hey, customers asking for the wall thickness, what the thickness is of the pipe on, 24-inch DR18. And I'm like, uh-huh. And he's like, you know what that is? And I'm like, you're calling me? I'm like,
you should be telling me.
So the dimension ratio of the wall thickness, 24 times across. If it's DR18, 24-inch pipe, the thickness of the wall is equal to 24 times all the way across the diameter of the pipe.
Oh, see, I did not know that.
So you take the OD of the pipe if it's DR18, take the OD of the pipe, if it's, depending on whatever size, pipe it is, and then you take that OD, divide it by 18, okay, and then that's going to be the thickness of the wall.
I just know where to find the chart that shows
Right.
what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's easy. That's the way. It's like, but aren't you glad you know?
Yeah, I mean I learned something today, and that's one of the good things about being
That's
here.
what it is.
Like you usually learn something or hear a question you've never heard before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least like in this kind of job, it's like every day is fresh. Like you're never gonna. I mean, some things are certainly repetitive, like entering whatever
Yeah.
a watts order, this and that. But almost every day, I'll get a question I've never heard before. Even after like 22 years, I'm like, well. Like,
But see,
you know what? I don't know.
you do the good thing, and you're never too, you always ask. You always want to find out where you can get the answer.
Oh yeah, and
That's always how you've been.
I'll even let the customer know. I'm like, you know what? I've done this a long time, but you just
I've
stumped
never
me,
even
man.
heard of that.
Yeah,
You stumped me.
it's like holy smokes, you must be in a jam if I've never heard of this before.
See, so if you want to know the inside diameter of the pipe, right, then you take that number, then you would divide it by, if it's DR18, divide it by 18, and then subtract that amount twice, and that gives you the inside diameter from the
I'll be
old.
darned. Look at you.
What did you say? Fake it so you make it. I think that's how I made it.
Well, you did a good job faking it. You had me faked out for a while.
No, that's it.
You came in and learned a ton of stuff real fast, dude.
Well, it helps too to be passionate about it.
Well,
And I
no
think
doubt.
anything, that's why I tell my kids, if you're passionate about something, then it becomes really easy to get up. You're excited to do it. I brought it up in I think the episode with Brent. My dad always said that if you do what you love, then sometimes you never feel like you work. But you do. It's definitely get tired, definitely get worn out sometimes, but still love what I do.
Yeah, I mean, they don't call it work for nothing.
Right. Yeah.
But if you can get up and enjoy it, I mean, that's definitely a bonus.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone lives, hating what they do.
It'd be impossible.
Miserable.
Or like working with just a bunch of people you hated.
I'm sure I think we know some of those people. We've probably.
Oh, you talk to them every day, and you can tell. You're like, man.
That
this
guy hates his job.
He cannot wait till he's done with this. And then you talk to the few who are like, they're getting close to retiring, and they almost sound sad about it. Like, they're just like, well, I don't know. I'm going to hang on. It's like, why? It's like, I would just go. They're like, well, I love just coming in here. And I mean, honestly, a lot of people, like, once they stop working, it's like if you see someone who retires,
Yeah.
like, and then you see them a year after that, like, they age like 10 years if they don't start doing something else. It's insane what it does. to a lot of people. I mean, it probably does it to everyone. Like, I keep thinking to myself, like, oh, I can't wait till I can retire. But then it's like, well, what do you get up and do every day? It's like, I like playing golf. I wouldn't say I love it, I guess. I can't imagine playing it every day. Like, I'm in a golf league on Tuesday nights in the summer.
Yeah.
And there was a guy that worked at Corn, Maine, and he was like, oh, yeah, this is my 30th day in a row of playing golf. And I was just like, oh, my God. It's like, I like it, but no, thank you. I would not do it 30 days
30
in a row.
days in a row.
That's like twice a week.
I could probably get on the golf course. I don't 30 days in a row is a lot.
That's
but
insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually sore. I mean, maybe if I was a good golfer. Like, I'm sore after I play 18 because I take like 120 swings while I'm out there. Like, my rib cage hurts.
120. Come on, Newman.
Well, I mean, I'm honest. I could say I shot 95 like everyone else, but it's like, you know, I kicked that one out from under the tree. I'm going to count it.
Well, that's when you realize, too, how insane the pro golfers are.
Oh, dude.
Like, if you're out, casually, you're...
No, not
you
120.
You're sitting there in the hard, dirt, and it's like, don't hit it from there, kick it out of there. But, every time you're, those pro golfers, it's where that thing lies is where you're hitting it, period.
Dude, it is insane. Like, you got to switch it up and go lefty to get it out from underneath the tree. And so you're just normally just like, well, kick it up. Just fluff it up on the grass. Right
and most people will take, like, you hit it like in the shed, right? And then you'll take your penalty, you'll in, one out. So you'll take it, but those guys aren't doing that. They're hitting it in the shed.
Yeah, it is, if you've ever played golf, it's insane.
Yeah.
How hard it is.
Had you played before? Did you learn, because I'd imagine you coming here from Subway.
Yeah, it wasn't much. I had one buddy who was into golf.
A lot of things you didn't do until you got here,
Almost
guns.
Everything, dude. Like, I've been here since I was 20. I mean, Elizabeth was like barely my girlfriend. And now, then engagement, marriage, buy a house, have kids. I mean, all that stuff. I keep hitting this with my...
How'd you guys meet, by the way?
She actually, my buddy knew her cousin, Cecilia. That's actually whose wedding we were at in the Dominican.
Okay.
And then she started like tagging along and coming over because when I first started here, then me and my buddies, we were like the first ones to actually move out and get a place. So we had like a condo we were renting. And so we were the ones that were like having the parties and having people come over. And she started tagging along and I was like, who's this? We just started chatting and I don't know, man, it was so long ago. I'm like, I know we went camping on the 3rd of July and she was actually, I think, kind of like seeing someone else. So it was kind of like, I'm like, well, come on. She's like, well, I'm supposed to go, here with so-and-so. I was like, just come camping with us. It'll be way more fun. And so
you're an outside salesman.
Yeah, I sold her into that one. And then, she came camping, and then we were like, it's like, so are we going to share a tent or what? And then we like kind of called it official after that. And, here we are. I mean, we've been together 20 years, married 14.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm like the favorite son-in-law because she's the youngest of 4. And I'm like the only one that didn't knock up one of the daughters before they got married. So it's like,
all right.
I did it all in the right order.
Yeah.
Even asked her dad like if it was okay. Actually, Diamond and Greg Fast kind of forced me to. I'd like left work to go do that actually.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Well,
I was like,
we're
supposed to be going to San Diego and. Diamond and they're like, well, just go now. I was like, well, I don't even know if he's home. I was like trying to get out of it. It's like, well, just call. I was like, oh my God.
What year did you get married?
2011.
Okay. So you only been married for 2 years when I started.
Yeah, it was fresh. I mean, we were engaged for like 2.5 years because we had to pay for pretty much all of it ourselves.
Right.
And then she was hardcore. Well, she wasn't, but her family was still is pretty much hardcore Catholic.
Okay, yeah.
And I was I grew up non-dominational, never really went to church, but she really wanted to get married in a Catholic church.
Yeah.
So, unbeknownst to me, that takes a lot of work for someone who's not Catholic. So we had to do
all this. Do the whole, yeah.
I didn't have to become Catholic, but I had to take all these pre-wedding classes. And we had to go meet with a priest once a week and do all these tests. One of them was even it was 100 questions, all these pages.
It's like a citizenship test.
And we have to, and we're sitting apart from each other and all right, don't talk. I was like, we're going to sit here and just fill this out, like a compatibility thing maybe. But I get to one question, I just like start chuckling, and she's like, looks at me, and I was like, "You'll get there." And then I hear her start laughing. I was like, "Oh, she made it." And then at the end, like we didn't talk, and I was like, "She's like, so was it what I think it was?" I was like, the one where it was asking if your spouse knows if you're homosexual. And I was like, yeah, that's the one where it made me chuckle. It's like, yeah, that might be a red flag, I guess. But that was literally on the questionnaire. I was like, oh my gosh. But we passed all that, and then I got married in a Catholic church, and
I went to a couple of those weddings. One of my Marine Corps buddies got married in the Catholic church, and I think it was the first time I'd done that. And it was like up, down, up, down.
I mean, they gave us like chairs to sit in. 'Cause it takes a while.
No, I was like, yeah. I mean, I grew up Mormon, and I mean, pretty religious, but we didn't have. So when I remember the first time I went in the Catholic church, and I was like, what are the pads on the bar in front? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, now I get after a while, because you're like, man, my back hurts from getting up and down, up, down.
Yeah, we did actually pretty good, and then we didn't really go to church a lot, but then once we had the kids, like I think we went like a year and a half, because her family is big time. Like her dad's like one of the leaders of the Knights of Columbus in Colorado.
Cool.
Like he even like was gonna have him like sign up to help us move into our house. It was like, because Elizabeth was pregnant at the time.
Sure.
And go figure, every friend I ever helped move in like the 10 years previous was busy or out of town.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, I helped so many people move. Like, I had a truck, which is stupid. Anyone who's 17 to 18, like, and your friends are going to move every freaking 12 months when their lease is up, like, do not be the guy who has a truck. And then
Everyone calls you all the time.
they're like, what are you doing next week? And you're like, afraid. You're like, I'm busy. Yeah. Like, what do you got going on? I'm not going to help you move again. But
so he was going to get the Knights of Columbus to help out. So, they're still pretty.
They're big time into it. And now we didn't really go to church much, but that was like my wife's.
When you guys go, you go to a Catholic church?
No, now we go to. They're called Grace. It's like non-denominational.
Okay, Christian.
Non-denominational.
Yeah,
just Bible-based, right down the street from us.
Cool.
And the wife's Elizabeth's family, her mom is like not happy about it.
Not having that one, huh?
No, because all her sisters and everyone else still is like Catholic all the way.
Okay, but they go every Sunday too.
Yeah, and we were going, and actually it was around COVID. Like we were going, and like this priest came up and started talking about COVID and shots and all this, and we just like looked at each other and like shook our heads. It was like, like I'm not getting anything out of this. So then we just didn't do anything, and then probably 2 years we didn't go to church at all. And then Riley finally was like, oh, ask something about Jesus. And I was like, man, you don't know that?
Yeah, that always happens too, like around like Easter or something. Your kids say something
or
like,
it was like Christmas. Like, so what's with, it was even like what's with Jesus? I was like, you don't know who Jesus is? Like, they're like,
well, no, man, they're not. It's not on TV. I mean, not.
They don't talk about it at school. It's not on any of the screens they're watching. So it's like, okay.
I mean, I guarantee you, if I were to ask, I mean, that's kind of this is kind of where we start to show our age and getting old and the whole get off my lawn thing. But when you do look at some of the things that have happened over the years in society in general, and you wonder how much I think the percentage, the number of people that go to church that are religious.
Oh,
I mean, that number's declined so much, and that there's definitely a correlation between how people treat each other. I mean, I learned a lot of the basic stuff. My parents obviously taught basic values, and I still think that that's important, but a lot of that's reinforced, I think, there. And not having that is a big deal when you have kids that they ask you something. Definitely, dude, there's nothing more humbling than kids that will ask a question that you're like, oh, that's my job. I failed.
Yeah. I mean, from the mouth of babes all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I used to...
The meek.
Before we had kids, because Elizabeth, her older sister has 9 children.
Oh my gosh, she really is Catholic. Catholic and Mormon.
Dude. I mean, it's ton.
That's
her family.
Catholic and
Her
Mormon
family's
right
huge.
there.
Like when we got married, like I had to like pick and claw to find like people to come to my side. Like the church, it was like 80% hers and like 20% of who I could find to like try to fill a seat. Like her family's huge, but it's awesome. Like they have like huge family gatherings all the time. Like there was none of that growing up for me. Like
Right.
I never hung out with my cousins really, or like the aunts and uncles running around all the time. And now they like get together for all this stuff all the time. Like,
That is cool.
and you guys are doing it.
My wife's family's like that. kind of have like these cousins, and I guess my family does too. The difference was being raised military, we were all over. We never lived next to family.
Yeah.
But my wife kind of grew up with, pretty much everywhere she lived, she had cousins or aunts, uncles that were living within, 20, 30 minutes of each other. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's how Elizabeth, my side of the family, like my mom had a brother and a sister. They each had one kid. My mom had two. And my dad, actually,
what was your dad do for work?
he's
Or
retired.
what did he do?
He worked at Coors,
Okay.
a glass recycling plant in Wheat Ridge
Okay.
for a long time. And I don't know, that's back like when you used to get a pension and stuff. So he's like retired, living it up pretty much. But even like with him, like when he retired, it was like a couple of years went by and it just seemed like he got like a lot older.
Yeah. I don't know what I'd do, man. It's like people ask, what if you won the lottery? I'll be dead serious. If I won the lottery, I'd still work at RepMasters.
I probably would too.
I'd
I'd be like, I'm working minimum hours and I'm taking vacation. I'll give you notice, but I'm going to go wherever I want.
Yeah, I'd have to. I love what I do. I really do. I have to like what I do. If I don't, there's no meaning. Can't work in that office space. It's in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I had that job. I had a job like that. It's the only, I swore I'd never do it again.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know if I'd say I love it. But it's definitely nice to come in here. Everyone is, like I work with is nice. Like Brent and his family are like insanely, like nice and generous. Like in the beginning, it was almost hard to believe just like how nice Brent and his daughters are. It's like, where's the catch here? It's like, this guy's got to be, he's going to ask me to do something shady here in a little while because he's been like too giving and too nice about everything. It's like you ask him for anything. He's like, yeah, go ahead.
No, that's a part of being genuine. And, that's the hardest thing. And he's done a great job. His daughter, they're amazing women.
Oh, dude, he set the bar so high.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I don't have daughters because
I know.
I can't compete.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, with boys, man, we try and get them to, the biggest thing is just to be respectful, have gratitude, and I've always taught my kids about integrity. I think that's the biggest thing. Integrity is once you lose that, and my kids, if you pulled my oldest in here and you asked them what's the number one thing that you have to always guard and protect and and maintain, and it's your integrity. Mm-hmm. And if you ask Ty, like what once you lose it, it's really hard to get it back.
Almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like that's like been my thing with Brent. Like when I was still punching a time card, like there was a time where we actually had like the physical time cards in a machine, like chung chung, like it would actually punch the time in there. Like I was still punching a time card, but then I was also the one in charge of adding up all the hours and like sending everything to him.
Yeah.
But there were a few times where I was like, hey man, I took vacation. I was like, you paid me like I was here and you paid me for my vacation. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I noticed. He's like, go ahead and keep it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if he would have ever brought it up or if he was waiting for me to do it. But I'm just like,
he knows.
Yeah. But I'm like, well, I'm glad I went to him with it.
I used to always joke with him and say that
I'm not complaining, but you did this.
I used to always joke with Brent and say, and I've seen it, like, be careful what you write down and give to him because it's in a folder somewhere. I've seen, like, someone writes something on, like, a napkin, like, here's what I'm going to do, and he'll save it. He's got it.
Keeps his receipts.
So, yeah, well, he's organized, meticulous, and, insane. But also he doesn't micromanage like that. He just expects you to be a man of your word. So, and I think that's
all he's ever been. So I wouldn't.
Man, once you lose that integrity, it's done.
Yeah, trust me, it takes a lifetime to build it in 2 seconds for it to just all go away.
So, what do you see if you were to like fast forward 10 years from now? What do you see yourself doing?
I don't know, man.
Still being Newman under the fluorescent lights?
Yeah, just making a little more money. Maybe driving a different car by then. 10 years is a long way, man. That's
Is it really? But it goes by so fast.
I know.
We were just talking about that. How about 5 years?
5 years. I'd still be under the floor. So, like, what do you think? What could change? Like, I have it so good. I don't know what I'd even want to.
Well, it doesn't
Maybe
necessarily have to
golfing
be
more.
leaving. Yeah, golf more. Okay.
Like, see customers. Like, I actually got to golf quite a bit.
I think you
This
really
year?
should see customers.
Like,
I think,
some of the shows are fun. Like, I went to, like, some of the Fireline shows and
Okay.
stuff. Like, when I go up to, like, Grand Junction, I went up to Grand Junction this year. I mean, that was for golf, but I saw some customers that I talked to. And
well, you and I did that,
They're
what,
cool guys.
2 years ago? First
that was
time?
like, yeah, maybe that was further, like 4 years ago, maybe.
See, was it really 4 years ago?
Yeah.
That was
I remember that time barely. It's hard to believe I do. We did a
No, but
little drinking on that trip.
it was great because, and I had so many people come up. It was so funny because I'm Newman or I'm Adam Newman, and some of these guys that went 10, 12, 15 years, like Adam Sherman, like talking to you on the phone,
Oh, yeah.
never even seen your face.
No, I know.
So it was so cool to see that. Like,
It's
you
insane.
definitely need to do more of that.
And I think it was Jake up there this year. Finally, he's like, just quit saying Adam, dude. He's like, everyone knows you as Newman. And I
Newman,
was like,
yeah.
I feel weird just introducing myself with one name.
I'm
like,
Newman.
everyone's like, first and last name.
Well, how do you
First
answer
and
the phone?
I say, this is Newman.
There you go.
I know, but
Hey,
no
it's
one,
Newman.
you don't say, hey, this is John Davis, do you?
Nah, I'd say John. But if everyone called me Davis,
I guess.
I don't know, which they did in the Marine Corps, so that's really not that big of a deal for me.
Davis,
Davis. Oh yeah, that's how everyone knows me.
I guess.
The Marine Corps. We just had 250 year birthday for the Marine Corps and got everyone together. Yeah, it was really cool.
Dang.
Yeah, we got to see. That's where I sent you that. I texted you that
Oh,
picture
yeah.
that one of my buddies had.
That's crazy.
Yeah, from that long ago. So that's how long. Yeah.
That's been back. That's like back when getting a picture was hard to do too. You had to like
2003.
take it, probably get it developed somewhere. Like, can you imagine those times? Like,
Yeah.
you weren't recording everything you did all the time.
Well, it's so crazy when you look back and think how quickly everything adapts, and that's, where I've been showing, like with you and Omar, some of the stuff on AI, which now I
Oh, yeah.
use. I never thought I would even be as, using it like that as much as I do, but it's the same thing. I mean, you go back to, I think the iPhone was introduced in 2001, and the Super Bowl commercial was like, this is going to change the world, like how we communicate, right? And then it was like really 2003, the iPhone, I think.
It was it. I feel like
I
it
mean-
was like the iPod.
Yeah,
Maybe it was that long ago.
But it's really not that long ago, relatively speaking. I mean, you're looking at before that, there was no, so you didn't have a device that you could have emails,
Oh, I mean,
text, like
Calculator?
take pictures, send. I remember when I got a Trio when I was working in the car business. You got like the BlackBerry, and then there was
Oh,
this one that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
Trio, and it was like a screen. You could actually browse the internet, but it was like so digital and like it was so slow. Like that was, and that had little stylus, and the thing was massive, right? But
yeah, like
that was not that long ago, and now we're sitting here with devices that you can
everything.
Teams meetings on, like
Anything
it's,
you
it's
want, dude.
insane. It's
Like
insane.
if I could go back to high school, I remember. I mean, my math teacher's like, "Well, you're never going to be carrying around a calculator in your pocket." It's like, "Well, yes, I am."
Something, yeah, better than that. Yeah, like you're not going to be carrying around a TI 83 all your life.
Yeah.
No, I'll just carry an iPhone that
Yeah.
does freaking,
That's exactly
or a
what-
Samsung that does better than that.
That's exactly what I had to have.
That
in
has
math,
AI.
actually.
So yeah, no, actually better than that, I'll one up you. I have a device that I can just pick up and ask anything I want, because now it has, like, I just got the new
Which
update
is-
on Samsung for Gemini.
Which is almost kind of annoying, right? Like that, it's so easy. Like
Oh,
I
it is
remember there were
annoying.
nights,
It
like
is
when me
annoying.
and Elizabeth first got together, like we'd sit there and argue about something,
Yeah.
but we didn't even have the internet in our apartment or anything. So we didn't even.
So
Like, we
you
had
couldn't
cell phones.
prove it wrong? You
Yeah.
couldn't- yeah.
And we didn't have like an encyclopedia or anything. So we'd have to like wait maybe a
That's
day
what
or
my wife
two
hates that. She's like, oh yeah, get on your phone, prove me wrong. I'm like,
before.
but if you're wrong,
So we'd have arguments all night long. Like, we're gonna find out, but you couldn't just like click and find out right then. So we'd just like go back and forth, and it's like I kind of miss that a little bit. Like everything, like I don't know how people ever survive without
you only
GPS.
miss that because it pisses them off more when you're right.
Well, yeah, like even when I was doing deliveries when I first started, like I would have to come in and like when I first started, like I didn't know where CPS Boulder was. Like I'd come in and get on MapQuest and have to like print off my stuff, and I'd have like this little clipboard, so I had my maps to know where I was going. Like
What year was that? That was 2000. I mean,
that would
that's
have had to been 15.
2005. No, later than
No,
that.
like 15 years ago.
Okay.
So 2008 maybe, 2007.
Yeah, I'll one up you. I had with when I first graduated from high school.
I had a stack of MapQuests.
When I first graduated from high school, I had some time before I joined the Marine Corps, where I worked at KC Fine Furniture, and I was a helper, and then I got to do some driving. And we had the, gosh, I don't even know what they call it. When I was in Mexico, it was called the Guia Roja, but it was like the guidebook that you would have the streets. And then so you'd in the morning, you would sit there, you get in there at like 5 a.m. for your deliveries, and you would have all your I don't know, I don't even know would that be the packing slip? I mean, it's been so long, but you'd have whatever your deliveries are, right? And you'd have
Like
your orders,
manifest or whatever.
yeah, and you'd have everything laid out, and then you would look at those addresses, and you would put them on you'd have to look in the back end, the index, find the street, and then it'd give you a grid. So it would say 112 G12, then you would find that street, and then there was no Google Maps, there was no you had to know what those streets were.
That'd be tough.
But it wasn't that bad.
I used to get turned around all the time. Like
Dude,
I'm terrible with directions. Like
Dude, my wife is the worst. If there was no nav, she would be lost all the time.
So would I.
And my wife is lost with nav.
Even if I had been there before.
Yeah.
Like how many times have we been to Brent's house? Like if I thought I was gonna have to drive there, I was like, I need to look it up again to make sure I know what exit I'm gonna take if I was gonna drive. Thankfully, we didn't drive to the Christmas party, but like I'd get into Colorado Springs and they have like two main. It's like Powers, I think, and then something else. It's like the Wadsworth and Sheridan of Arvada in Westminster.
Academy and Powers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'd be looking for Rampart Supply, just fucking going up and down, up and down, like looking for the exit. I'm like, what the?
Well, that area gets a little confusing because you have like Tejon and then you have Nevada and yeah.
It was so rough.
But really, if you know the direction side, it's not that. It's like with my wife, I'm like, look, find a major street and go one way until you hit something you know. It's like,
I guess
Colorado's really easy. Like face the mountains.
Yes.
Put your right hand up, that's north. Put your left hand up, that's south. Behind you is east.
But that only works in the daytime. Like when I first started driving around, I was like, I went to downtown Denver and it was daylight. So I'm like, I know where I'm going. I know which way I'm facing. And then I go to leave and it's dark. Like it's 10:30 at night. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell direction I'm going. It's like, I know I'm on Spear, but I don't know if I'm going what direction. And then I make a turn, and I'm like, man, that street light looks weird. And then I look down, and, like, headlights are coming at me. It's like, oh, it's because I'm looking at the back of it. I'm going the wrong way on a freaking one-way street. I'm like, no wonder that looked weird. I'm like, Flip around. I was like, oh, geez, dude, I hate this.
Yeah, I could have a funny reality show of you and Cammie in a car.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
give
the
you directions.
The amazing race where we never even leave Arvada.
No MapQuest. No, just put you guys in the car.
Wouldn't even make it to the airport.
That'd be fun to film that, just to watch you guys getting all frustrated. She calls me all freaking out. I don't know where I'm at. I'm like, how do you not know where you're at? What street are you on?
Yeah,
and she has nav.
Yeah, I'm with her, dude.
Like just touch the screen, hit home.
I'll show you. I mean, thankfully the phones have gotten better. Because it was like 7 years ago. I was trying to use like, hey Siri, get me to, and I think I was trying to get to like Fox Hollow down in Lakewood, the golf course.
Yeah.
And it must have been a glitch or something because I was going to meet two buddies down there. And I'm going, and it keeps sending me like around this lake and then back onto the highway and then around the lake again. I'm like, am I missing an exit or what the hell's going on? And I did like 3 times, and then I see this Jeep in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God, that looks like Jose's Jeep. So I call him, I'm like, hey dude, what are you doing? It's like, well, I'm trying to get to the fucking golf course, but I can't find. I'm like, I think I'm right behind you. He's like, are you listening to Apple right now to give you directions? He's like, yeah. So we were like on the same. We came from different spots, but we got on the same loop of how it was. The direction was all jacked up. I was like, well, we've got to figure something out. So I was like, I'm behind you right now, and we've done this twice already, and we're not going to get there this way. And finally, I was like, I'm going to get off it, and I had to like Google up a map. I was like, well, I don't know why it took us off here, and then and then we finally made it, but we were both on our phones, and it both gave us the same exact mistake to go to the same wrong place over and over. And like,
It's like in The Office. Have you seen that episode when he goes into the lake? Yeah.
it's like,
So
Michael,
much for your technology. Yeah.
it's a lake. It's what it says. The road's right here.
We followed Ryan's technology, and guess where it took us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the BlackBerry. I think that was the first like work phones I remember Brent getting people here.
Oh, the BlackBerry?
Yeah. And I was just like, what the hell is this?
That was
Like,
Nextel. That was the first work phone we had all over. You could either call and you could walkie-talkie it.
My first phone, that's the thing too. My kid's 12, has already had a cell phone for like 2 years. But I guess the thing with that is like there's no home phones anymore though.
Yeah.
So originally we bought it, we're like, it's going to be the home phone. Like we're going to keep it plugged in the kitchen. That lasted like a month. Surprisingly, it was that long. So now she carries it around, but it's like,
My favorite of the phrases too, like
I was 20.
like home. What do you call a home? Home. Everyone calls it a landline.
oh, landline.
Yeah.
We actually,
Well,
our
what is
house,
that? What's a landline?
our house actually has a place where you could plug one in.
Oh,
and I
sure,
think I'm
yeah.
even signed up for one because it was like,
Everyone,
it made my like cell phone deal cheaper if I accepted one. So I need,
Just get
I
an
don't know
old
where I'd
school phone,
find
man.
one.
Just
Like go to a
download.
thrift store?
Yeah, go to Arc Thrift, man.
I bet you if I plugged it in, I have a phone number.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
You
remember that?
Yep.
You had one that would ring like in the kitchen and your mom
Oh, I
would
remember,
answer and
yeah.
you'd have to like ask for your buddy to come to the phone.
Yeah.
My mom would get so pissed when people would call during like dinner time.
So I was born in '79, man. I mean,
They're like-
I grew up like in high
they're like,
school,
"We're
wrapping
eating
myself in the phone cord.
Dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, Mom, they don't know when our dinner time is. Like, you don't have to scream at them. Just tell them I'm busy and I'll call them back. It's like,
We
every friend I knew should know exactly what my schedule is to not interrupt my mother's time.
Yeah, I grew up with so we had I think there was a phone in my parents' room and there was a phone like near the kitchen that was like the main one. And it was funny because we get these like extra long cords you could walk around,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But then like you would, my parents would get so pissed you'd like wrap yourself in the cord like as you're talking, you're like, you're like wrapping yourself up and the cord gets all stretched out and then it like gets all tangled up and then my dad would get all mad. You got to go buy another cord, which wasn't that big of a deal. It's like shoelaces. Yeah, I mean that was
And then when it was still only one, but then it became the cordless phone. But then you forgot to put it back on the charger and it was dead. Oh man.
See, I remember when call waiting came out. That was like a big deal. It was like, because before someone would call and it was like, someone's on the phone the whole time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then there was call
You're like,
waiting.
beep.
I hated that. I was
I
like
did
that.
too.
Yeah.
But then it was like when I was in high school, they had just started. So if you like ditched a class, they'd call you and be like, your son or daughter missed
You got to catch that, man.
missed one, and I knew when it would come. So I'd take the phone and I'd just turn it on and then put it underneath my pillow. But then all of a sudden,
so
my
there
mom
you
would be
go.
walking around. She's like, "Where's the phone at?" Like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Like I did it." I'm like, "What time is it?" I'm like, "Oh, I think I'm."
I just get on the
and
phone
then
with a friend and then you can catch that.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like I don't know how kids will ever get away with anything nowadays.
You can't. You
Like
can't.
if my kid's tardy, she's just in middle school. Like tardy to one class, I get a text.
Text,
I get
email,
everything.
phone call. Yep.
and then everyone has like the Ring cameras. Like we used to go to my buddy's house at lunch and do who knows what. I mean, you were, what'd you say, 79?
Yeah.
So I was 83, so I was still like an 80s, 90s kid. I mean, I graduated in 01. So, I mean, I went through all the...
Yeah, so you would, yeah, so
the craziness.
Cammie would have graduated in, Cammie was class of 2000, so I was 97.
So it's, I
You're
mean,
just
it's
1 year
crazy
younger,
too.
yeah.
Like, and even when I moved into my house, like it turns out Erna, our neighbor, I'm like, oh, you went to Arvada? Like, and I pull out my yearbooks, like, we went to the same high school. And then Elizabeth, it finds out, like, she has a teacher. We graduated the same freaking year, dude. Like, I didn't know her. But I, like, pull up the senior pics. I'm like, that's her? I'm like, well, I never talked to her. Like, weird. Like, small world. I mean, I guess we've never moved much. I've been, like, Arvada, Westminster.
Yeah.
I've went as far down as Edgewater and as far north to Federal Heights. It's about as wild as I got and where I've lived in my 42 years. But, I don't know.
42.
Yeah, it'll be 43 in May. I came into work here the day after my 21st birthday too, like a man. So if your son still works here, he better show up. It's the work day. I was out there pulling pipe after being in Old Chicago at 11:45, begging him to actually serve me legal alcohol.
My son is far better than I was at his age But as far as his ethic, well, I would say as far as how disciplined he is, and how he holds himself accountable, far better than I ever was. But there's also times when you look and you're like, man, how did I survive? Because I know I was sitting there just like that, young kid. But you do.
Yeah.
Hey, and he's a great young man. It's crazy looking back and, or watching them grow up and then knowing that you were sitting there in that same spot. And it was like a blink of an eye.
Like what you were doing at that age too.
Yeah. And I did. I mean, I definitely am grateful for joining the military, man. I kind of had a unique experience so I graduated from high school in 1997, and by 2001, I had already joined the Marine Corps, been through boot camp, been through combat school, and then, been through school of combat training, and then served a mission living in Mexico for 2 years. So
You told me about that.
the experience then, that I would say there's nothing like just having experience like that to grow up. So
That's more than I didn't do anything like that to grow up. I mean, my parents got divorced, so I had to get a job if I wanted any money. And that was about it. I didn't even get a car. I had my license suspended before I even got a license.
what'd you do?
Underage MIP, underage drinking. It sucked.
Some of us do worse than that when we're older.
And then, I mean, I got all the trouble I got into was before I was 18 years old. And I finally figured out it was pretty stupid.
That's kind of supposed to be like that.
Yeah, you figure.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, that's why I was working at Subway as long as I did. Like bribing my friends to give me a ride there. Like, I'll give you a sandwich if you drop me off. I mean, honestly, I mean, I didn't even really start my life till I started working here, it seems like. I was just a baby. Didn't know anything about nothing.
Didn't even know how to shoot a gun.
No.
How did that whole deal go, by the way? I think that'll be a good story for. You went from never even having touched a firearm to. I remember when you were so excited to show me your Daniel's Defense.
Oh yeah, 9/11.
AR,
V11.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you go from never even firing a firearm of any kind to owning and having? You're like one of the first ones that loves to up at the ranch and get out there and hit some targets. Was it going to the
It was
camping trip and then having Ron there? Because Ron's such a
probably. I mean, because we went up there. I think Ron was there, but someone brought like the trap thing, where you shoot it with the shotguns.
yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I don't know. And then we're doing it, and I'm like, all right, let me try. It's like, I was like, that's freaking sweet. Like, let's do it again. I was like, that even smells good. All right. Then we're doing that.
It's like fireworks on steroids.
Oh, dude, it smells so good. And I guess that was probably it's just fun. And then.
But you never owned your own firearm.
No,
right?
and then I didn't even think about owning one. I mean, I've always just had shot. Like, it was pretty much I'd go up there and Ron would hand me one load. He's like, keep your finger off the trigger and point it that way. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
And I shoot at some targets. I'm like, yeah, this is badass. And then you buy a house, you have some kids, and you're like, well, shit, I should probably be able to protect myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So then I bought my first pistol, and I was like, well, I don't want to be the guy who freaking shoots himself in the foot. So then I went to Blue Corps and took like a pistol class.
Yeah.
Like, they show you how to properly load it and
Yep.
unload it, and don't point it at anything you don't want to destroy. All the basic stuff you should know if you own one. Because, oh, yeah, I'll be that guy.
Treat every weapon as if it were loaded.
Heck yeah, dude. And every time, even if it's unloaded, you hand it to someone else, they hand it back to you, you check again.
Yep. Never point at anything you don't intend to shoot.
Yep.
Keep your fingers straight and off the trigger. If you do those three things, you will never hurt anyone.
Yep. So, got all that. And I was like, all right, took that up there, shot. I mean, I think I've only taken any of my guns to, a range once. I think any time I've ever shot them was up at Brent's property. Yeah. All of them. I mean, and it's just, I don't know, they're badass. And they're useful.
Yeah. Yeah. Never know when you're going to need it, right?
Yeah. I hope I remember the first time I did go to a shooting range, I don't know if I found a deal or whatever, but I found green tip .223 ammo, which I found out is armor piercing.
I gave you a couple of those.
So, and I had loaded, I was like, oh, we're going to the range. I was like, we only have an hour. Like, I think Elizabeth got me a gift certificate. So I was like, well, I'm going to make sure all my mags are all loaded because I know that takes a long time. So I had like 6 of them, like loaded all the way, 30 rounds all the way.
The armor-piercing rounds, yeah.
Yeah. So then I get in there and they're like, well, you can't shoot these here. I'm like, what? They're like, these are armor piercing. They're like, they'll shoot right through the back. I was like, what? So then I had to sit there. I had to buy all my bullets again from them, unload all my stuff, and then reload them all. I mean, my thumb was so sore by the time we got done.
I'll make sure I get some tracer rounds, too, that you can put in one every 3.
But it is fun, and it's just part of growing up, I guess. I mean, my dad always had guns, and he goes hunting. Like, I've never been a hunter.
Yeah.
I think that comes from, I tried to kill a bird with a BB gun one time, and it was just like one of those one-pump ones, and it was, I think it scarred me for life, dude. I had to shoot it like 30 times. It was just like,
Oh, my God.
we were up in the mountains camping, and me and my brother, it was like, this was one pump, you know, like Daisy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we're just like shooting at stuff, and then there's this bird, and we were in like in a YMCA campground thing. So then I like, boom, and I hit it. I'm like, oh my gosh. But then it's like, can still kind of fly, but it's hopping around.
Flopping,
like,
yeah.
Boom, hit it again. And then blood's coming out of it, but it's still like flapping around, like running all over. Like, and we're just like chasing it down. My dad's like, you should, like, you can't be shooting these. I was like, it's like, I gotta put it out of its misery.
So that was it for you. You thought that was, yeah.
I was just like, oh my gosh, that was torture. I was like, I tortured that thing for like 25 minutes. I chased it around. It was so terrified, like into a bush. I finally like, finally got it with this little BB gun. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't think hunting's for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sure like one shoot, like one shot, one kill, whatever. That might be different, but ever since then, and then
Well, it depends on the it's really like hunting's kind of
Well,
like
and then
having
you-
the same the tools for the job,
yeah,
like
you gotta
what you're
chase
shooting.
it down.
Yeah, well, BB's
Yeah, it was a
BB's
BB,
not
like,
really effective
Like
way
if you
of
have
shooting.
a pellet, I
Yes.
feel like a pellet gun I found is much more
Yes.
efficient in the killing of
Yeah.
birds. But
Yeah,
at that point, I was like, I'm done with that.
yeah.
Thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not kill. There you go. So you learned something from the Catholic
there you go.
classes there.
But it was
You got all the 10 Commandments down?
No. I mean, probably if I haven't had. This morning I might have.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
No, you don't. Yeah.
But yeah, the killing, and it was always like my dad. I never even went and got my hunter safety. My dad was always a hunter. Like he'd go and do it. But it's like it's in the fucking dead of winter. You're like crawling up into the mountains, and you gotta like. It just wasn't for me. It's like I don't get the 10 below like camping out, and he's like, well, I got a heater in my pop up. I'm like, no.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff I thought was fun once I was out of the Marine Corps was not fun anymore. Like camping, like I don't mind camping, but I'm gonna camp. I'm gonna camp comfort. Like I'm not gonna
Glamping.
Yeah,
Like-
glamping.
Like
Yeah,
Brent's Ranch. Like we actually slept in a tent.
that's not
The
even
first
glamping,
few
dude.
times
that's,
we went up there,
That's vacation.
that's just staying.
Yeah,
Well, if depending on where you're staying,
yeah,
like
yeah.
we were in the caboose last time, so that was as roughing it as I want to get. And hopefully we'll start doing that again. That's
coming this
one of
year.
the great things.
No,
that was always the highlight of our summer.
Oh,
I mean,
all
we
my
said
kids
it-
look forward to that. Yeah, even Ty's so.
It's the best.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
it's
great memories for our
dangerous.
kids. Yeah.
I mean, it is dangerous. We could talk. Brent saved my daughter's life one time. If you wanted to bring that up, I think we were talking to you and your wife when that happened.
Pulling her out of the
Yeah, I
creek,
mean-
the ditch.
Because I mean, she's a little behind on her development, so she was probably like three-ish. And
Yeah.
she's finally learning to start trucking around. She's like,
remember
she's
that.
not going to leave the patio area. She's like going back and forth. So then we go in the kitchen. And I think we're talking to you guys like, let's get a cocktail ready. It's almost lunchtime. Then Elizabeth's like,
This vacation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then we look over and Brent's bolting down the hill towards the little creek. I'm like, wonder what the hell he's doing. And we're like, look over, pulling Ruby out of the creek. We're like, what? Like, holy shit. Elizabeth starts crying. She's like, oh, I'm a terrible mother. He's like, you're fine. She was fine. It's like, I just watched her. I was like, look at her really walk down that hill. It's like, oh, didn't see the creek there.
There's a lot of memories there. My son actually,
Oh, my gosh.
my son has one. I don't even know. It might have been a family. I don't know if it was a company camping trip. My son had gotten this tie when he was, we might just moved back here. Maybe I think it was when we moved back here, and he had this bow and arrow, and it had like a, it wasn't like one of those suction ones. Like it had like a weighted end. So if it hit you, it hurt. and he was out running around and shooting this bow and arrow, and and Brent kept telling him, hey, don't shoot that around people, and he was running around and shooting, and he shot it to where it was Brent's like, we're sitting on the patio, and this arrow comes flying up, and Brent just like reaches out and goes, grabs it.
Shit.
And Ty was, it's a kid's arrow, but still, he was moving.
Yeah.
And but I remember Ty was, he probably was 8 or 9, and his eyes get all big, and he's like, Uncle Brent caught an arrow, and, like all the lore.
I've seen that in the movies.
And then there's a lot of stories there with the
dude.
Ron with the bow and arrow, and you have all the Ron with the target up there about 800. Yeah,
the
800
ringer
yards
dinger.
out, the ringer dinger. Yeah,
I hit that sucker on my first try. Huh. I was super proud. Scott was up there, missed it twice. I was like, let me try it. I mean, Ron pretty much does everything except for pull the trigger, but I still was able to do it. I was like, "Dern," and you like take off the earmuffs, and you're like, count to 3. Bing! You're like, oh, shit, yeah, I got it.
Yep.
I mean, Riley, so what, Ruby's fallen in the ditch. I think Riley, we had been there like 25 minutes probably. And A-Dub comes up. He's like, I don't know what happened. Like she had decided to try to follow some kids up to the treehouse and then went to turn around like 4 steps up and fell and just face planted on all that concrete right there. So she was just like road rash from her nose down, like her mouth's bloody. Like we'd been there maybe a half hour. It's like, well, this is going to be great. But she was only like 5. So wipe it off. 20 minutes later, she's back at it. It's like kids are resilient, man.
Yep, they are.
They're built that way. Thank goodness. For a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, we brought her up there with a broken arm one summer. And then forgot to bring all this stuff to like, we had like bought this specialty thing because everyone was like, we're going to do slip and slide. So we like ordered this like specialty cast cover thing. We're like, oh yeah.
Didn't we wrap that thing in some bat plastic?
Yeah, because we forgot the thing was just.
It's all right, man. That's
I mean, you can. I think you can pay to get them waterproof now, but I was like, I'm not doing that.
No, you used to. I mean, when I broke my arm when I was a kid, and you used to put a plastic bag over that and tape it.
Oh, dude, mine was so nasty. I broke my hand one time when I was working at RepMasters. Actually, when I first was getting into the office, that was one my wife won't let me forget. I'd had a couple cocktails. Surprisingly.
At the office?
No. Oh. It was on a weekend. But then I got home and I was like, hey, man, I'm going to go take my longboard around. We were living at a condo. I was like, I'm going to go take my longboard around the block. She's like, you sure? I was like, yeah, it's so nice out.
You said when you were working at RepMasters. I thought you meant like as.
No. I mean, I was working at RepMasters at the time, so I had to come in with my right hand broken and try to. Thankfully, they left these 2 little so I could like write and do stuff and like try to type. But yeah, I went around. I was like gone for 5 minutes and then came back in and I was just like holding my face. I barely remember it. Elizabeth tells me. She's like, what'd you do? And I just went to the bathroom. She's like, what'd you do? And I'm just like bloody. Like I think I put it down, went like hit the first little curb and just went head over heels right over the front. Like busted my hand. I was like, it's fine. I couldn't sleep. I woke up the next day. I was like, I got to go to the hospital. And they put me in a cast like. They like crunched all these ones and left like these 2 out of it. So I had that for like 4 months. And then the worst part was, so these were like bent like that. And then like 2 weeks into it, Elizabeth made like some chili. Okay. Like, oh yeah, it smells good. I'm like, you're not even really a chili guy. Like actual like pork chili or like whatever, like red chili. And she had all these chips. So I was like, and it was in a crock pot. And I just went to like grab one, like grab a chip and like dip it in there to try it. Yeah. And my cast got in there.
Oh.
And it was like scalding hot and it got into my cast. And it like burnt my fingers and it was down inside the cast part where all the cotton and stuff is. So I can't eat chili ever again for the rest of my life.
That probably smelled really good too after about a week.
Yeah, and I had like 3.5 more weeks to live with that. And I've never eaten chili again in my life. So
goodness.
That's a core memory for me. That was probably like 15 years ago.
We have this Tales from the Trenches story thing, but I think you've hit all the Tales from the Trenches. We've had the story with the chili now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that one was probably not necessary.
Broken arm. It's great.
Broken hand.
Look, the biggest thing is what I was hoping is that everyone would get to know you as the person that I've known.
It's a little bit.
It's so funny. Is that you'd be great at whatever you wanted to do.
sound
whether
like
it's
Brent.
selling or even, dude, you can just host this thing. Here, you go for it, man. You can just host this.
Yeah,
You
right.
interview it.
No.
You guide it. It's all easy. It's just
I guess
just
Hope,
talking,
Hope
man. It's
comes in and
conversation.
does all the heavy lifting and makes sure it sounds good. I'm not sure if I probably should have the mic in a better spot the whole
No,
time.
it sounds great, man. You're good. You sound good.
But I don't know, man. I've loved working here.
Yeah.
Like obviously,
I love
22
working
years, I
with you.
guess. I love
Yeah.
working with you too. You are the smartest guy who's come through the door. I mean, I've seen a lot of people come and go. I'm sure at first when you first showed up, I was probably like, well, we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
Because I've had that. I mean, I have seen a lot of people. I mean, especially warehouse guys and
especially too when someone finds
Those
out
guys.
that my wife's related to Brent. They're like, oh, he's got a job to.
oh yeah. I mean, I've seen enough relatives come through here but Brent, he won't hesitate.
And I mean, the one thing I will say with and Brent says this too, is working with family when you can do it is great. If you can't or if there's problems and it's really bad. And that's one of the reasons that I had hesitated in coming. And Brent and I had talked about it at least 6 years before I came to work here. And that was my hesitation because my father-in-law had also worked here.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of past, and there is. I mean, Diamonds had to deal with it. I know Sky does. I'm sure Bree, like when you're related to the owner, you have to deal with a stigma that's going to be there. Do you have a job because of who you're related to, or is it because of what you do?
Nepotism.
Yeah.
But really, well, I can tell you they don't, but I just know that from experience. But I mean, there's a lot of that in this biz. Like you see a last name, and then you just see it again and again and again.
Right.
You're like, is this a kid or a wife or a husband or a nephew? Like, where are they all coming from? Yeah. Like, just over and over. You'll just start seeing it. I mean, I joke with Scott. I'm like, I would be seeing some Andrianos and Corn Main's email in no time. I don't doubt it. And I wouldn't be, I mean, I don't know how long. You'll see some extra Newmans with this place, It's like if you got a good thing, they can learn it.
Well, and
whatever.
The reality is, I'll tell you this, is that this is unique for me because I had come from a business before in the car business where it's very rare would you find, kids that are, whether it was an owner, you rarely found like the son or daughter of a sales manager,
like
but it'd be like the owner that wanted to, son or daughter of the owner that wanted to do it and that was successful. The only one that I've ever known of in the car business is the Johnson family in Brighton. Yeah, I mean, Ryan Johnson is phenomenal, and his father, and I worked with them. Other than that, if you had kids in the business, usually it was not a good thing. In this business, there's a few of them that I've known. I met Ryan McKinnon, it's phenomenal, and with Jim McKinnon at DFW.
Oh yeah.
And Ryan is every bit as passionate, and then you look at Chris Keffer with Jim Keffer at EBA, and Chris is, he's passionate, and you don't see that, and I think that's a lot of in the industry.
Well,
Diamond did her own thing. Like Diamond's
Yeah.
really good,
Oh yeah.
Sky and Bree, like they have their own
Yeah.
path to go.
Forging their own way. I mean,
Yeah.
because you can see it. I mean, and it probably has a lot to do with how you're raised or how your parents got to
Yes.
treat you. Because I mean, they could have easily been put in a position where it's just like free ride it, do whatever you want, and don't have to worry about whatever,
Yeah.
But I mean, parenting. I think that's
It's the hardest damn job in the world, man.
and it's the one that's getting overlooked probably the most.
I
Because,
always used to say
it's
that
like
some
kids
people
are.
say
It's
it,
like
but-
just the way they are now. I'm like, dude, just fucking. I wish we could just. Where are their parents? Like, how are they acting like this? Like, there's no way they're like. Like, you're not born this way. They're being raised this way. It's like this is.
or
I don't know.
it's a
Kinda
little bit
wring their neck.
of it's just a little bit too of not being involved.
That's
If social media is going to raise your kid right now today,
That's the problem.
that's what you're going to get, man.
I mean, that's what
it's not
like with this job or with anything. It's like the biggest things are show up, try your best, and be honest. I mean, that's with work, being a parent, any of it. I mean, it's not really that hard when you say it like that. Just be there. Show up, you know?
Show up, try your best, be honest.
That's all I've ever done.
Dude, come on, man. Make some shirts on that.
I should.
Show up, try your best.
TM Newman. I mean, I don't know. That's all I've ever done.
No,
It's
that's
worked out.
honestly, that's great advice.
I mean,
That's show up,
somewhere.
try your best, and be honest. Like you do that, and
it's worked out for me so far. I mean, well, I guess my kids are still young, so we'll see how that works out. And they trust me. I mean, it's bizarre, the social media. I mean, I have a 12-year-old who has like a more regimented skin care routine than any full-grown woman would ever have in her life. It's like, you realize your skin's as good as it's ever going to be right now, naturally. Oh, moisturizer, face mask. Like, where are you getting all this? And it's, I mean, social media, like, they are literally, like, they call them influencers because they do actually influence them. Like I can't believe it. Like, that was not a thing
for the good or the bad.
for me. Like, growing up, I was like, and I don't have any, I've never had a social media. I've been on Nextdoor app is as far as I've ever gone.
That's just where you get all the people going, why is this person parking down the road?
Yeah, and literally, and I got off that because someone was like complaining about a homeless guy that was living in the, like, staying in the pavilion behind our, in the park, because like we're like a block away, and these people were like, oh man, he shouldn't be set up right here, and I mean, why aren't the police doing anything? And I just like, I finally, like, first time ever was like, well, if any of you have any extra room in your basement, I'm sure you'd love like the opportunity to come warm up. Oh, geez, dude. I was just like, bling. I was like, and delete. It's like, well, that was fun.
I think it's funny on that app, if you don't know, that people used to call people Karens all the time on there. Like, people like, okay, Karen. And there were so many people named Karen that they actually, like, that will get you deleted off that app. The Nextdoor app is calling someone a Karen because it offends the people named Karen.
Oh, my gosh.
But and then when you have someone that's named Karen that's being a Karen,
then
yeah,
double dip.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
okay, Karen.
Well, listen, man, dude, I love the time. See how it goes so fast.
Yeah, holy smokes.
Yeah, we're like an
I hope
hour.
we talked about something.
Dude, we talked
like
about,
we had
dude,
to.
you know, we talk about, and how this always goes is when I just want to talk. I mean, that's, pulling you, like I said, under the shadows of the fluorescent lights and getting you into that legends chair, because,
It's a good way to say it.
dude, you're a legend, man.
Thank you.
People got to know you. And I think it's going to be great for people that talk to you out of Utah, Montana, and know you as Newman. Get a chance to know you, man.
I think I'm just retiring Adam forever. Just never even.
You can retire the Adam.
I'm gonna go to the state office and be like, how do I get this off my fucking ID?
Dude, I had a great time, man. It's good having you on here. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, John.
Yeah,
It was great. I hope it was worthwhile.
it was, man.
It wasn't nearly as nerve-wracking as I thought it'd be.
See?
You make it very comfortable.
Oh, good.
And you got a good setup here. I like it.
I can't. That's all on Sky.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it did help with some of the stuff,
I'll
but
make sure to
yeah,
give her what.
she has.
sure
She,
she knows.
made a nice feng shui in
It's.
here.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. But appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, brother.